Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday's Wealth. This is Sandy Rutherford, live with Sandy R. And this is a weekly show or live broadcast, if you will, where I get to share the wealth. I mean, I work with the top guy in the world in this whole arena of personal development, of success, prosperity, the power of your mindset, the degree to which your mindset controls all your results, your success, your dreams, mindset. So I work with Bob Proctor, and I study not only Bob Proctor stuff, but a whole host of others, whether it's Neville Goddard or Thomas Troward or Maxwell Maltz. There's so many people in this whole industry dating back over 2 centuries whose work is phenomenal. And because I work in this material, there's so much I want to share with you. And that is why I do Wednesday's Wealth, okay? Sharing the wealth, if you will. Now, let me just make sure. In fact, I forgot to go over to comments. If you have any comments, I welcome them, okay? Now, today is it's not about, we've heard this, right? It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. So what does working smarter mean? And if you've got some ideas on it, let me know. And if you're on the replay, let me know. #replay and put any questions or comments. Because we are looking at, first of all, let's look at what does working harder mean to you? What does that connote in turn? What thoughts and feelings does that stir up if you think about working harder? It's probably things like putting in more time, grinding it out, taking more courses, being exhausted, putting in 70, 80, 90-hour weeks, struggling, working harder. You're working so hard, struggling. So success isn't coming easily. It means just determined. I'm just going to make this happen no matter what, right? I'm just going to keep working till I fall down because I'm determined to make it happen. All of that. Right? If I ask this question to a crowd of 1,000, I'll get a whole bunch of different answers, like the ones I've just mentioned, and more. So does that sound appealing to you? Working harder? Does it? Who wants to work that hard? Who wants to struggle to enjoy success? Who wants to put in 70, 80, 90-hour work weeks, I should say? And forfeit work-life balance, right? Who wants to keep trying to take more courses? Okay, that's not working. I better learn more about social media. I'll do a course on that. And now I'll do a course on marketing. And I need more on strategy. I better go get working on the strategy. There's no end to the kinds of courses you can take. And I'm not saying that these kinds of courses aren't valuable. They are in their own time. But success is not a function of how many great courses you have under your belt. It's not. What does working smarter mean? Now, again, we've all heard that. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. So what do we mean by that? Just making sure I'm not missing anything. What do we mean by working smarter? Well, if we take some of the comments of what working harder is all about, and we use one of the laws of the universe, the primary laws, the law of polarity, then take some of those and flip them to their polar opposite. Working smarter is less time. It's things come easily to you, right? It's not forcing. It's not dogged, determined, I'm going to make this success work. It's actually not forcing it, because force negates. If you have to force it, you're doing the wrong things. So actually working smarter has nothing to do, by the way, with, I better go be smarter, go get more courses to be smarter. It's not about any level of intelligence and education. It's not about being brilliant-minded. Not at all. And that's a good thing for people like me. It is about letting things happen. Working smarter is about attracting things to you, letting things come to you. You don't go chasing to try to bring in the success. You relax into it and let success come to you because you're attracting the opportunities, the people, the prospects, the resources, the money. That's working smarter. Working smarter is all about working less hours. It's working one day a week to earn the same as you might have earned in a week or a month. But how do you work smarter? Therein lies the question, right? How do you work smarter? It's about understanding how success works. If you don't understand, here's the thing. If you don't understand how success works, then you're probably not working smarter at all. You're having to work too hard. Those are directly related. The more you understand success, how it works, and there's an exact process for how success works. Step by step. You got to do certain things in a certain way. There's a certain order to creating steps to success. So if you don't know how success works, then you are making it harder for yourself. So it's about understanding how success works. It is also about understanding you. I'm going to tell you something. When I started to really understand who and what I am, what I'm all about, what I'm capable of, the talents, the unopened gifts that lie within me, when I started to not only intellectually understand that, but really take that in emotionally, internally, I started to wake up to who and what I'm all about and what I'm truly capable of. And that creates a whole shift in your vibration, in your energy. As your energy rises and you start operating at a higher level of vibration, of energy. I'm not talking a higher level of intellect. I'm talking a higher level. When you are more consistently, you know what? Things are great. I'm going to make things happen. When that's consistent and authentic, you will attract so differently. It'll feel like opportunities are dropping out of the sky right into your hands. I promise you that. You will attract very differently. So what is working smarter? Again, it's understanding how success works, and it's understanding you. And the more you understand you, the more you're not going to be working against you. You're going to be working more authentically. And in the courses that I teach, and by the way, there's a free training coming up. Our signature Fast Path to Success training comes up at the end of April. You want to get in there. That is 5 days of training plus more bonus days beyond that. And it's only about an hour a day, but you'll have a success advisor. There's giveaways, program giveaways, bonuses. It's fabulous, but that's an aside. But what we teach, what I get people to tune into is the more you understand what I call your sweet spot, the more you're in your sweet spot, operating every day from your sweet spot, the easier life is, man. It absolutely is. And what do I mean by the sweet spot? Your sweet spot. And you might have heard me say this before. I've talked about it a lot because it's important. Your sweet spot is the intersection between 3 things: what you love to do, what you're good at, and you just would love to keep getting better, right? And how to take those 2 and serve people. How do I help people with what I love to do and what I'm good at and can just keep getting better at? Man, oh man, when you're in your sweet spot, life is magnificent and things become much easier. And so you're working smarter. You're not working against yourself. You're working with yourself. You're in your sweet spot. And you're not having to work hard. You're allowing things to happen because you're in your sweet spot. So understanding how success works, understanding you, and what your sweet spot is all about. And thirdly, working in harmony with the laws. What's that one all about? I got to double check if I've done a Wednesday's Wealth about the laws. I know I have in our Manifesting Success Facebook group. And as part of the Fast Path to Success, I do a session on the universal laws, but I'm forgetting if I've done it in Wednesday's Wealth. I'll have to check. But the laws, guys, we're not taught this. If I were to ask you, what are the 7 primary laws? How do they work? Are you working in harmony with them, or are you working against them? You'd go, maybe, and maybe you'd be able to give me 1 or 2. And that was certainly me. I was never taught it. I thought it was this magical woo-woo stuff. So I never gave it any real attention. I'm going to tell you something. The more you understand the natural laws, and a law means it applies to every person, every time, everywhere. In fact, natural laws means the law applies to everything in nature, every time, everywhere. A tree or a carrot or a fish, they all grow according same ways every time. They don't go against the law. They grow they develop into a fish, they grow into a carrot, into a tree, into a flower, exactly the same ways by law. And there's certain laws. Well, guess what? They apply to us too. You know what the problem is? We have an intellect that gets in the way. It's like, oh, but I shouldn't do that. The more this conscious mind of ours makes stuff up, it's like, oh, that's wrong for me. That's bad for me. I could never do that. Oh, so-and-so shouldn't be doing that. We get all this confusion. Bob Proctor calls it virus code. It's like a virus in a computer. It's a virus in here that's churning things up. And we tend to work against the laws. We're not in harmony with the laws. When you're not in harmony with these laws, you're struggling. And so you're working way too hard. So in summary, working in order to work smarter, not harder. I mean, wouldn't you love to not work so hard? Wouldn't you love to attract the same revenues, the same income, or 10 times that with a half, a third, a quarter of the amount of time you put in? Well, that's possible. Because again, it's a function of 3 things. Understanding how success works. 1. 2, understanding you, how you work, what you're all about. And 3, understanding and working in harmony with the natural laws that apply to all living things in this universe. Do you know why we can say that? Because this universe, so far as we know, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, so far as we know, this universe, everything in this universe is energy. Energy behaves in certain ways. It has certain properties that it behaves according to these properties all the time. It doesn't whimsically go, oh, not today, right? So the more you are working in harmony with these laws, the easier things become. That's what working smarter is all about. Working smarter is all about working in conjunction with how success works, understanding who and what you are all about and your sweet spot, and working in harmony with the laws. And I'm going to tell you, when you can do those 3 things, you start to get those under your belt, you will not be working so hard. And you will attract way more to you. And attractions is a topic for another day. But you will attract way more to you and way more easily. And you will absolutely feel, I'm not having to work hard at all to make things happen. The way you used to work 10 times as hard. Now, if that interests you at all, I just mentioned our signature training, our Fast Path to Success training. It's a phenomenal journey, guys. I invite you to join us. Right? I'll put the link here. All you have to do is be in our Manifesting Success Facebook group. Now, if you're listening on LinkedIn, hop over to Facebook. It's worth it because our private Facebook group, Manifesting Success, has a ton of great information and material in there. And all of the recordings from the training go in there, and all the additional materials that I do during the training all go into the guides section in the Manifesting Success Facebook group. So that's all you have to do, because I go live in there. So it's at the end of April. You got lots of time, but think about it. I'd love to see you over in Manifesting Success and be part of this journey of working smarter, easier, not harder, and allowing success to come more easily and creating your own faster path to success. I'll put the link right here to Manifesting Success. Thanks for joining me. Actually, I forgot I did this. Just if you're watching on the replay or watching right now, Manifesting Success. There you go. Facebook.com/groups/Manifesting Success with Sandy. Okay. So if you want to just click, no, you can't click it from here. Just copy that down and put that in your address bar and head on over to Facebook and just request to join, and we'll let you in. And you know what? There's a lot of neat stuff happening over there. Not just the Fast Path to Success training. There's a lot of other great stuff going on there too. So I hope to see you over in Manifesting Success. Have a magnificent day. Bye for now.